I forgot I muted myself because of yesterday's oopsie. I put my volume at 0. Ah! Oh my gosh, yesterday's oopsie was pretty embarrassing, huh? Anyways. Oh! Sorry, I forgot to mute my... no, I didn't. What's happening? Konbanwa, konbanwa. Pokopia. Imasen. 雑談しましょう。なんかさ、今日ってめっちゃはしゃいでたんだけど、めっちゃワクワクしてて、ポコピアすぐ買って、すぐ遊べるっていう奇跡だね。なんか一生遊ばないと思ってたし、というか遊ばれるなら先は長いしとかそういうのを思ってて、誰か買ってくれたんだ。しかもなんかリリースの前に買ってくれて、じゃあ私も初日って first day 初日what background what's happening? Am I mute? The background music is loud? Is it loud? What's happening? What's wrong? BGM's a little loud. Oh, okay. Golden! I'm sorry. Hello, hi Joe, hi Tatsu, hi Mai-chan, hi Nimby, hi Plants, hi Kates, hi Anxiety, hi Kuroi, hi Tatsu. Did I say hi to everyone? Mai-chan? 初日 means first day. Thank you. ありがとう。なんか初日から遊ばれるって思ってた。I thought that I went from I love Pokopia, but I'm probably not gonna be able to play it, or it won't be a while till it will be a while till I get to play it. And it went from that to being like, oh my gosh, someone bought it and I can play it on the first day. And now I'm back to, and so I don't know why it affected me so much. It wasn't like, meh, okay. I was so anxious about it too. I was so anxious about like leading up to the day of me being able to buy it. I don't know. I was anxious, but also excited. I've never felt that way before, I guess. I don't remember if I immediately bought Legends EA. Like, I don't know if I immediately bought it on first day. Excuse me. But I think I did, but they already had the stock. I think it was like second day or something. I don't know. But how come Pokopia is like, everyone was like either, oh, we don't have stock yet, it's not gonna arrive yet, or other stores were like, what is that? I was like, do you have Pokopia? And they're like, the what now? and then I was like, oh, it's a Pokemon game. It like released today. You know, and they're like, oh, it released today. Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to receive it here until like weeks later. That's like Manila probably already has them, but we don't. And then some of them were like, and I was like, do you know if I go to your other branches, like they haven't? They're like, no, because we all have the same supplier. And I'm like, oh, okay. I went out today purely for that. I woke up early, guys. That's a big deal. I woke up super early. And then I went to the mall super early. And then I got news from Tatsu. And Tatsu was like, yo, it almost got sold out. And we almost didn't get a copy. And then I heard that and I was like, no, the mall's been open for like an hour or two already. I'm not gonna be able to get it. I'm not gonna be able to get it on time. So once we got to the mall, I freaking ran in my heels, and then you know what? The escalators were broken. And because the escalators were broken, I had to run up the stairs with my heels again and just like brisk walked in case I like fell over, but also ran at times, as long as there weren't a lot of people, because like they'll be like, what is she running for in the mall? But I went there and I was like, do you have pokopia? And they were like, the what now? And I'm like, pokopia, the new Pokemon game? They're like, oh no, we don't have that. There's no scheduled delivery today either. It's not gonna be a while. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, and then I was like, you know what? It's not even. It's okay. At least I'll be able to get yogurt, because I've been looking for Greek yogurt for the past weeks, since last month. Every time we went out and went to anywhere near a grocery store or needed something, me or Brogu or both of us would like go in and we'd look for Greek yogurt, and every time there's no Greek yogurt, and I'm like, what? Why is there a shortage of Greek yogurt? I really need it. I need it for the oats. Never in my life have I ever wanted Greek yogurt this much, and they ran out. I see Greek yogurt all the time back then when I didn't need it and didn't want it and like didn't care about it. I'd pass by the dairy section for my butter and there would be mountains of Greek yogurt, and now that I need it and want it, it's nowhere to be found. Why is there a town shortage of Greek yogurt? Oh my gosh, the unluck is real. Try Sky, it's Icelandic yogurt. It's really good. We don't have that. I don't think. I've never seen that brand before in my life. But maybe it's because I don't pay attention to, maybe I don't pay attention to the imported goods section. But yeah. I was like, no, I was like beating myself up too, because I can't believe I was upset. I've become so privileged. What have I become? What have I become? I was like, shut up, Megu. Don't be upset about not being able to play the game on first day. Like, you're lucky you're even able to play the game. You know, you're lucky that you even have a Switch 2 and you can play Pokopia and have them buy you the game. And you should be grateful for that. And I'm like, I am. But also, I'm still sad because I feel like I feel like it's because I was sucker punched. I didn't even consider the fact. Well, I did. I considered like, Google and everyone says that March 5th is when we're gonna get Pokopia. But I know that the Philippines always get things late because the Philippines is the Philippines. So I'm gonna check if the Philippines also gets it immediately at March 5th. And I googled it, and Google was like, yes, universally, globally, it's gonna be March 5th. And I looked up the time because I was like, time zones. And they were like, yes, March 5th. Apparently that only applied to Manila. That only applied to Manila. And I remember agonizing about it. I remember being like, should I pre-order it and like get that voucher discount or something? But then, like, I think that chat bought it for me because, like, before release, because they want me to play it day one. And besides, you know, like, they sponsored it, so I should use it where it should be used and buy it. And so I went through the effort, even though I could have had it delivered to my door. And I feel like because of all that, because of the anxiety of like, oh my gosh, like I keep walking back and forth, should I really wait until day of release or should I pre-order it? But if I pre-order it, there's a chance that they're not going to ship it on time, and then I won't be able to back out because I can't just cancel it if they already shipped it or something. And then I can't just like change my mind and be like, never mind, I'm going to go to the store and buy it. And so I was like really agonizing about that. And then I was like, okay, here we go. And that's why I was like on Discord being like, guys, I'm really anxious. Like, should I pre-order it online or should I just wait for physical copy release day? And everyone reassured. Sorry, that was a yawn. That was a yawn. Reassured me and was like, no, it's okay. You can do physical on the day. And I'm like, okay. Because like I was getting anxious about like, guys, what do you guys think? Does it matter to you guys if I play on the day of or not? But I already kind of like made a waiting room and I got myself so hyped about it. I think I got like, it's kind of like before where you won't get presents for Christmas, but that's like normal. And so it doesn't really hurt me like that. Like, you know, well, like it doesn't really affect you that much anymore because that's just like become the norm. But then someone had to come in and be like, hey, you're getting that gift on Christmas. And now I have expectations and I'm anticipating it and I'm gonna be really, really like excited, kind of like my emotions are in a roller coaster being like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a gift, I've never gotten a gift before, yeah, I'm getting a gift, let's go. And then on the day of the Christmas they're like, ooh, sorry buddy, wrong send, we weren't supposed, you don't get a gift. So that was me, where it's like, ooh, you get to clarify, I am both people. I'm the person that was falsely promised, and the person who was doing false promises to themselves, being like, let's go, Megu, you're gonna be playing Pokopia day 1, let's go. And I was like so excited about that, and it was like, never mind, you're not doing that. Bro, I was like, Megu, I'm choking myself, like, Megu, why? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, like, I didn't know that even that would apply in the Philippines. I guess I do believe that Philippines getting things late, but I was so shocked when you were like, when Tatsu was like, yeah, no, we ran out of copies, and I was like, what? What? Ran out of copies? Ran out of copies? I didn't know that was possible in the Philippines. There's that many people who can like buy Pokopia. I was like, what? On first day, I feel like we don't have, I thought that only happened in the movies where they would like line up the day before, the night before, and they would like camp outside the game store, and then they would like open up the gates and a flood of people would come by after camping overnight. But I never even began to like consider that would happen in the Philippines. I thought that was like an America thing, or if that was like a movie thing and they exaggerated it or something, you know? Like I never expected that would happen in the Philippines, so I was like shocked when Tatsu was like, no, try to pre-order. I did, and I tried contacting them, and I was like, hey, can you ship it as soon as possible? I heard it released today, and they never responded. But I did put in a pre-order, and I would pay once it arrives, but I don't know when it's gonna get shipped out. But arguably it's better than, I was like, I'm not going out again. I'm not going out again, I'm so exhausted. And then I think I got home and I was so sleepy, and I couldn't even sleep. And then I had to prep for another outing and then another errand, and I was like, oh no, like the errand is like extending longer than I thought it would. And now I'm exhausted, and I was like, oh, I should do another stream instead. I was genuinely upset. I was like, oh, I don't want to be a downer in the dumps and go live and be like, guys, I really wanted to play Pokopia, blah 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 blah. And so I was like, okay, get it together, Megu, get it together. You can't just immediately give up on your everyday stream just for these little hiccup. What are we gonna do tonight? And I kept thinking, and I was like, I would love to play Donkey Kong, cause brain no brain, only destruction. But Donkey Kong is red. My thumbnails were perfect. I moved them around. Did you notice that prior to Pokopia, I had 2 star sands and then Umamusume, so that it would go from gradient light pink to like darker pink until the like very, very dark kind of fuchsia color of Danganronpa. And I was like, this is perfect. And then from fuchsia, it goes red because Pokemon Y, because that's how the color scheme in my head works. But then because Pokopia was like, okay, you wanna play me? I'm like, yeah, I wanna play you. So I was like, okay, so Star Sand is kind of, it has like greens because it has greens You know why? Because it's a farming game, Megu. What else is like a cozy farming game? Pokopia. You put them next to each other, and I was finding a Pokopia thumbnail with pink in it, and I found one with like a bunch of flowers. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna enlarge it, and I'm gonna have the flowers take up a majority of it. I tried to change the tint of the sky to make it a bit more pinkish, like I did with the Star Sand thumbnail. Its grass was like pink, I think, and I was like, okay, that's not working, but it's okay. It's still kind of pink, and it has like greens, whatever. It fits well. It still has a theme because both themes are like cozy. Okay, so they're cozy. Bam. It's a brain satiated. And now and I was like, okay, but then Star Sand is like March 2nd and 3rd. Pokopia comes out at the 5th. So if I go Star Sand 2 and 3, I can't immediately put Pokopia next to it because that's 3 and 4. Pokopia doesn't come out until 5. So I had to move around. I had to be like, okay, Uma Musume needs to be on 2nd, and then I put Star Sand in 3 and 4, so that on the 5th it's Pokopia. That's what I did. I shuffled around the thumbnail to see them in thumbnail form, not in like my edited whatever it is. I needed to see them right next to each other. Right? I needed to see them right next to each other so I could see, okay, they look like they make sense. That's what I did today too. I just did a bunch of thumbnails. I was like, this one, it's too pink. It doesn't make sense. It's like light color, and then bam, fuchsia. No. Donkey Kong, that's red. Holo Robot, it sounds fun, but it's blue. There's no pink in Holo Robo. Oh my gosh. I scratched myself. Oh my gosh. Color coordinated thumbnails, exactly. High phase. Japan seems to have a big culture around it too, Meg. I think it's basically a global trend. The camping for like a new game. Imagine me just like the most upset I've been is like about the thumbnails. Hi Alden. Thanks for the suggestions. I took them to heart, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because of the thumbnails. And then I was like, what game would be good? And I was like, you know what? Uma Musume is like my best bet at like thumbnail wise. Uma Musume makes the most sense, but I don't have the brain right now to Uma Musume. If I Uma Musume tonight, like on stream, I am going to pass out. I actually like earlier fell off my chair because I leaned in it too hard, and I'm an idiot, and I took my feet off the ground and I crisscrossed on the chair, and then I leaned back, and then I literally like fell over like that, and I was like, oh no. Today was insane, guys. I shouldn't have worn heels, but you know why I had to wear heels? Because I was hurrying, right? I was hurrying to like leave immediately. Right after we were ready to go, I was like, okay, we need to go now. This is still early. Whatever, we need to go now. And my flat slippers or shoes or whatever were like wet. And I was like, I can't wear wet slippers or whatever. I don't know why I thought that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wear my heels. It won't be a big deal. My streamer fell off. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, my back. But this sounds very much like a Megu-esque problem. I was like, I would really love to do Monster Hunter tonight because it's like brain empty, just hunt monsters, just chill with chat. But I was like, but the thumbnail. The thumbnail though, full 180 backwards. Yeah, literally like flat, like whoosh. I'm like, no. And here I thought thumbnails were meant to trick people into clicking on Flamingo Tuber videos. I mean, that too, I do kinda take that into account. But yeah, gotta make it completely organized. What about Tetris? It's been a while. I should do Tetris. I feel like I should do Tetris because my Nintendo subscription is wasting away. I need to make use of it, okay? Excuse me. Anyways, today was a very exhausting day because I actually touched grass and I had to do so many things to ensure that I could touch grass, and it was all for nothing, and I was so upset about that. I was like, I hate touching grass. I wanted to touch grass and be rewarded with pokopia so I could touch grass in game, and I can't. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. I'm just gonna get my yogurt and go home and have my Greek yogurt cookie concoction. You know what's crazy is that, like, we were in the mall, right? And there were so many bakeries, and you guys were like, time for cake, time for cake. I'm like, please don't do this to me. I'm saving my cake funds for March 29th on my birthday. If I buy a cake now, there may be a chance that I'll be cakeless on March 29th. Okay? I should edit that already. I have the goodies. I ate my Snickers bar. I got a Snickers because I think it's propaganda. It's propaganda because, like, I kept like, what do you call it? I kept, like, seeing ads on YouTube of, like, silly little Snickers advertisement, and I was like, I don't remember the last time I ate Snickers. Have I even ever eaten a Snickers? I feel like I haven't. And so I bought a bar of Snickers. I'm like, this is the perfect time because they bought me Choco Funds. And the Snickers was like right at checkout. So I got a Snickers bar. One singular Snickers bar. And it was really, really good. I really liked it, actually. You're not yourself. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. Did you already eat the white nagini choco? I didn't eat all of it. I still have some of them. I got the big Toblerone. I got the huge Toblerone. I was like, I've been craving Toblerone, and I'm gonna get it. And I took it and I put it in my basket, and it was glorious. I didn't realize that how expensive chocolate truly was. Like, I always knew they were expensive, didn't really minded them that much, but, like, my Choco Fund was, like, immediately used up. I was like a kid at a candy store, literally, like, actually literally, because, like, I went to the row with all the chocolates, I'm like, oh, I want this one, oh, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one, oh, this one's really good, oh! And, you know, with Brogu, it's, like, 2, right, like, 2 of these, 2 of that. And I was like, oh man, but oh man, but this one. And I was like, I had to, like, weigh between, like, 2 options, being like, oh, but if I get this, I'll go over the budget. But if I get, but okay, I did, like, switching around, being like, elimination, being like, which one of you do I want more? It was great. I was like, okay, I felt so happy. I have so much, I've never had so much chocolate, like at the same time. Like, I've had lots of chocolate over my life, right? Like how to say, like, you know, like having 2 chocolates, 3 chocolates, blah blah blah, like over my life, like that. But, like, at the same time, just having so much chocolate, like just on hand. Like, I have a stock of chocolate. Like, I have like, oh, there's chocolate in the pantry. The pantry is my bed. But, like, I have so much chocolate. It's crazy. I feel like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. That's his name, right? No. Charlie? Is Charlie? Yeah, Charlie. Korone, hello! But no, I did not eat all of the giri choco. Since I didn't buy cake, I ate the chocolates instead. I got Hershey's Kisses too. The pack, like the small pack that's in the shape of a Hershey's Kisses, and then I got the cookies and cream one because I don't normally like a lot of white chocolate because I feel like it's just too sweet for me, and not in a pleasant way. Like, I feel like a lot of white chocolate, even especially if it's just white chocolate alone, or like even mixed with anything or something, I feel like it's just like it's like just eating sugared out cream that's solidified, which I'm not really the biggest fan of. But for some reason, I really, really like the cookies and cream Hershey's. And I was so shocked. I think I've spoken about this. Of like I've spoken about this as like I saw someone on YouTube say like, man, I came to America or whatever and ate Hershey's and it's terrible. I'm like, what? Hershey's is terrible. To be fair, I don't think I actually remember what Hershey's like milk chocolate tastes like, because I feel like I've only ever gotten the cookies and cream most of the time. I also really like chocolate with almond in it, but I usually like dairy milk. I keep confusing Dairy Queen and Dairy Milk. American candy is very sweet. I have a sweet tooth. Like, I crave them. I love cookies. I love cake. Certain types of cake. I love ice cream. I clearly love chocolate. But like, when it gets too sweet, you get like dizzy, like nauseous. Like, it's like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't taste the dessert. I just taste sweet, like sweetness, and it, like, I feel unwell. Oh, brownies. I love brownies. And like, oh, like pancakes. Oh, waffles are better for me because I like the crispy texture. But I will occasionally crave the fluffiness of a pancake. American Hershey's is different to the rest of the world. Oh, wait, really? Okay, then I don't really care. But yeah, Mango's a big Toblerone. Toblerone! American candy is very sweet. The little droplets, yes. Not to be confused with Willy Wonka. Okay, yes, thank you. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? Like, it's Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or something like that. I can imagine Meg with the cash register sobbing about having to abandon a chocolate bar to stay in budget. Like, oh. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me being conscious? I don't know if it's just me being conscious or whatnot, but like, when I went to check out, I also bought Lace, right? I bought 3 bags of Lace. And then chocolate, like, all of them were branded chocolate. It wasn't Goya or Flat Tops. Those are good too, but like, those are, like, I got Toblerone, I got Dairy Milk, right? Dairy Milk, Snickers, and Kit Kat. I didn't even take it. We have a like Kit Kat knockoff. It's from Goya. It's almost identical in wrapping and branding. It is red and it's like wafery, and usually we get that because Kit Kat is imported. It's expensive. But I take it and I was like, I'm getting Kit Kat. You know what? I'm getting Kit Kat. So I put back the take it and I took the Kit Kat and I'm like, these are all branded chocolates. And I don't know if it's just my brain worms, but I went to get to the checkout lady and I felt like she was kind of like giving me the bombastic side eye because all I was buying is like expensive stuff. Expensive chocolate, expensive chips. I'm like, I don't know. I felt so conscious buying it. I felt like so uncomfortable almost. Like, it was really weird. I wasn't expecting her to be like, oh my gosh, hello ma'am. Like, actually sometimes get intimidated by that when they're like super friendly. It's nice, but sometimes it's overwhelming. So I'm okay with just like transactional relationships, like, hey, thanks, okay, go, bye. But I felt especially like she was like giving me the side eye. She was like frowning and she was like, every time she scanned something, she was like, oh, like kind of like, oh wow. Like, I don't know if it's just in my head and I hallucinated that whole thing, or if she really did think that. Using pokopia budget on snacks. I didn't! I was gifted a choco fund and a freaking, like, you know, sounds like she's just having a grumpy day to BH. I don't know, cause she, every time she scanned, she'd like kind of look at my stuff and be like, wow, like, you know, that kind of expression. My attitude si ate cashier. I feel like I was so like, I wonder if it's okay. I feel like I can only tell you where I last worked if I maybe I can't, because I kind of feel like I revealed a lot of like unsavory things about this workplace. So I don't think I can actually name drop them. But they are a very like prestigious company. Like, they're a very prestigious company. And like, I was customer service, right? So we were like drilled, yeah, yeah, we were like drilled to like always like customers right, that kind of thing. Well, not really, but like always never let the customer know that you're in a bad mood or anything like that. And like, you know, you're not allowed to even for a moment rest like at all. Like it's just like bam bam bam. It was so like crazy. But like I never noticed before how different that is to like just like our customer service job, because like I've had cashiers be very rude to me because probably they were having a very like bad day, you know, it can happen. So I don't really mind, but I just noticed it now and being like, wow, like we weren't allowed to do this at all. If I did this, I'd probably like get like action. What is it? Like disciplinary action or something. Like it was like crazy. Yeah, and that's standard stuff they say, but no one actually follows. No, we followed it because they listen to your calls. If you're found being rude, like even if you weren't rude, if the customer complains about you, and like I have cited this example of like, you know, there was a tone issue, I guess. Like I, you know, like we're Filipino, English isn't our first language, so sometimes we phrase things in a way that, like other perhaps native English speakers would find offensive, like, or maybe they're just very easy to offend. But like, I don't know if this is doxy or anything, but like we had an incident where it was like, the customer was like complaining about why their bill was so high and whatnot, and then the customer service representative was like really trying to like calculate every single thing, and trying to tell the customer that there was no mistake, you know, like this is just what happens when you buy a lot of stuff, even if they're small, blah blah blah. And then the customer would not have it. I felt like they just wanted to call and get mad at someone. They just, and hoping that if they get mad enough, like it will bend reality or something. But it's kind of like, so the customer rep was like, do you have a calculator, so that like the intention was like, do you want to like follow along and like add in the numbers with me instead of just like listening to them, you know, because then it's more difficult to grasp. Like not even like in a rude tone, just like, do you have a calculator, like that. And then the customer was like so offended because like they were like, what are you implying? Are you saying I'm dumb? And that blah 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 blah. And then they complained about that interaction. They filed a complaint, and that coworker got like suspended. And I feel like that contributed a lot with like my anxiety. I feel like it wasn't the getting yelled at part, ironically, because I feel like I didn't really, I mean, I guess, yeah, you get bask in the negative energy or whatever, blah blah blah, but like I don't really mind it that much. But like it was the pressure of constantly having to walk on eggshells, I think, and also having to always be alert. I felt like I was catastrophizing everything to the point of like, it felt like I was my job was simply like to talk to people or solve their problems or whatever, to handle their money or whatever, payments, blah blah blah, and complaints. But it felt like I was tasked with like disarming a boom boom or something. A bomba, or like, I don't know, like dissecting a very small thing that I wasn't allowed to make a mistake on. And I feel like my anxiety really skyrocketed. So ironic, because I was like, I'm so anxious, but I'm sure that I can get like exposure therapy, and if I just like, you know, because like I gotta deal with people anyways, whatever the job, so I'm just gonna get this job and it's gonna be great. Well, not great, but like you gotta do what you gotta do. And then my anxiety did it worse. It did not get better. I was like, exposure therapy, you know, that thing teachers do when they're like, oh, you're shy, so I'm gonna keep picking you and forcing you to talk so that you get over your shyness. And I'm like, maybe that'll work if I self-impose it. It did not. It was a very high stress environment and I did not handle it well. I feel like if the calls were less, if we didn't just fly through customer, I feel like if I had a moment to breathe or take a piss without feeling like I just ruined everything by taking a piss and taking a 5-minute piss, I think that it would have been bearable and I would have at least lasted longer. Okay, anxiety, good night. But it's like, wow, you know, like, wow. Customer service is no joke. I feel like it's one of the most taxing things that someone has to do emotionally. Emotionally, but like, it's somehow paid the worst. I feel like customer service jobs where you kind of have to deal with like the most heinous people, like, get paid like less than minimum wage or something. I think service jobs really are one of, mostly because of the customers, not the job itself. Trauma resurfacing. OMG, is that Mofutari Megumi? Hi, Tokoyaki! It is me, Mofutari Megumi. Theory Tokoyaki. Theory? Tokoyaki. Megumi, 5:30 a.m. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Did you just wake up or are you about to go to bed? Hello, 8-bit. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I went on a whole tangent there, went from Pokopia to all this, but I don't know what we were even talking about. Yeah, okay, the cashier lady, I remember now. Yeah, but like, speaking of advertisements, where I was like, oh, I got advertised a lot by Snickers, and it made me want a Snickers. Dang, those things work. But I have just a very small side tangent. I've been seeing this like ad where it's like, Iana, stop! Like, it's a Palmolive or something. Like, I think it's Palmolive or whatever. And like, the whole shtick is like, Palmolive, like, Palmolive, softens your hair so much and untangles your hair, so you can't stop brushing, finger combing it with your fingers. And the whole ad is just like this girl named probably Iana or something, and she like keeps calming herself. She's like, oh my gosh, and then the whole voiceover is just like, Iana, stop! Iana, stop! Iana, stop! I'm like, shut up! You're more annoying than Iana. Let her finger brush comb her hair. It's her hair. Leave her alone. Shut up. Who are you? So annoying. Gosh, every time that ad comes on, I get unreasonably annoyed. It's like so annoying. Like, get your own hair. Enjoy your mop of a hair, I guess. Let Iana finger brush comb it. Gosh. Like, it's so annoying. Has anyone ever encountered that ad? It's like so freaking annoying to me. And I'm not supposed to let it affect me, but on some days when I'm irritable, I get that ad and I'm like, Iana, please, for my sake, you gotta, I don't know, sucker punch that woman. Like, oh my god. Yeah, like, who cares if she finger brushes her hair? Like, what else what is she doing? Is she doing that on her job? And she's like, oh, Iana never does her job because she just finger combs her hair all the time. But then why would you be like, Iana, stop? You should be like, Iana, you need to stop finger combing your hair. There's work to be done. But no, she's like, Iana, stop. You stop. How about you stop? Stop breathing. For right in the jugular. Punch, exactly. He's like, how about, stop. What's her name? Jessica, stop. And then you just like throat chop her in the jugular. He's like, stop breathing. And then you teabag her writhing body. like, stop! As Iana like finger combs her hair while teabagging. Stop! 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 Like, it's so annoying. Gosh. Palmolive! I felt neutral about you, and now I hate you. Never grace my YouTube ads again. Is there, like, a not interested? I know there's, like, YouTube ads or a survey or something, but I always skip those. But, like, is there, like, a, you know how you can click on a channel and be like, not interested? It's so funny because, like, sometimes there'll be, like, people who come to my live chat and they're like, how did I get here? I hate it here. How do I never come here again? And I'm like, you click, like, on, like, the 3 dotted thing and then you click not interested. Bye. It's so funny to me that they, like, come into my stream to tell me how we can never see each other again. Yeah, you can just, like, click on the thing and then it's like, yeah, there's a not interested button. Oh, there is for ads too? Like, I literally am so pissed about that ad. I'm concerned. Mega Clipper is gonna go wild. Lol. Came in and I hear Mega choose violence. Well, who would ever say that? It happens more than you'd think. I don't know if they're, just in case they're genuinely, like, confused. I can be like, okay guys, you just need to click on not interested and then we'll never see each other again. Goodbye. Just in case they're, like, being for real. But I feel like there are instances, perhaps, that some people say that just to, like, rage bait you and troll you and be like, oh my gosh, I hate your stream, and I'm here to let you know about it, okay? I never understand that, because, like, when you interact with something you hate, like, if I see something and I hate it or don't like it, I don't interact with it and, like, tell them how much I hate it. But maybe that's because I'm scared of confrontation. I just don't see the point in it. Like, I genuinely don't see the point. Like, I'll rant about it. I'll rant about it with friends and be like, I just saw this thing and I hated it. But like, I'm not gonna interact with the thing. Right? Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess, I don't know. I know that there are people who do it because they're rage baiters, I guess. I don't know. But, like, I just don't know. I don't know the logic behind it. Punch the TV next time the ad plays. I'll lose. That's brutal. Fake advertising. Swan sounds like a seagull. I am a swan. I just know it. I was raised amongst swans, I believe. I reside near, like, in the vicinity of Swan Lake, you know? If I'm not a swan, what am I? Okay? I'm a swan. You just move on. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, yeah. Because, like, I don't want to be here anymore if I don't like it. I want to leave. I'm imagining pom-poms for being used in a Palmolive shit. No! No! Toyokoyaki! No, please. Actually, sure, if I'm forced to watch a Palmolive shampoo commercial, switch it out. Like, just like, I don't know. Like, swan. I hate you, Updog. Basically, they're probably new and just testing to see if your ego is fragile or not. I suppose. Maybe I would be hurt if one of you guys said it. Like, all of a sudden, just like, Megu, bye. Or like, oh, they never come around anymore. They never come around anymore. But like, I understand. Life happens, you know? And also, but if like it's just someone new, that makes it easier for me actually. Because I don't, oh my gosh, am I revealing my weakness by saying this? I don't like it when like, it's easier for me if they come in blazing, being like, I suck. And I'm gonna let you know that. I'll be like, okay, bye. Ban. Whatever. But I hate it when they like seem chill, and now they're part of my community, and I have welcomed them into my home, and you know, I treasure them or whatever, and then they start acting like an ass all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then I have to go through the thing of like having to, like, you know, like, what's the term? There's an English word for this. Like, have to, like, struggle. It's not struggle. But, like, you know, kind of like dealing with the turmoil of having to, having to ban someone that I once, like, became acquainted with, I guess. If you get annoyed or angry, they realize you're vulnerable to getting trolled. Nah. I just love that for YouTube, it's just like so funny that if I mute someone because they're being an ass, they don't know that. And then they just like keep wasting their time. Legitimately, I feel like I just do a lot of deep thinking to the point of like it becoming a con. Because like I keep thinking about that, how like time is so limited, you guys. There's no way to extend it. Like maybe with enough money you can extend it, but like not really by that much. And like, you know, like even if it did, it's kind of like you're old and rickety and body's not the same. Like, and it's just like you spend time. I mean, I've wasted time, don't get me wrong. But like this specific thing is like obviously such a waste of time for me, of like just going into random people's lives and like just typing away insults, and you're like going into, like, you're just wasting their time, you're wasting their valuable resource. They think that you can still like see their messages, and they keep typing and they keep sending these messages, seeing you not react, and then they try and harder or whatever, maybe, you know, not give up right away, and then they realize it's not working, and then they move on or something. I don't know. The only thing that keeps me from you is time zones. Oh no, 8-bit, did you go? Good night, 8-bit. Good night. Oh my gosh. My current goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers. Look, I haven't switched around all of my things. Like, I haven't gotten around to ah! Oh my gosh. My own live stream, I think. Oh, actually, never mind. It wasn't playing. I was like, no, what happened? Never mind. I'm just an idiot. Good night. Oh my gosh, 869 subs, nice. Thank you. One day she'll hit 5k. She forgot, okay? Why no pokopia? No pokopia because, like, pokopia is just, how to say, not available yet. I went outside. I wanted to touch grass. And, well, not wanted to touch grass. I needed to touch grass in order to get my hands on pokopia day one. And none of the stores had it. They were like, it's not delivered here yet. You dummy. You think this is Manila? No. One of the guys, I thought it was the city. I thought this is pretty city where I lived. And he was like, oh, for the provinces, it takes longer. Province? Wait, what? But, like, probinsya, I think is the term. I was like, what? What do you mean? Isn't this pretty city? What? Is Manila the only city that counts? Small village resident. I'm like, this is pretty city. What are you talking about, my guy? He's like, yeah, it's gonna take weeks. And I'm like, yeah, Manila is the main logistics. I know. Because like every time Everyone's like, oh, we want to do a concert, do some sort of big event. All the cons are in Manila. And I can't be there. Rip Pokopia streams. No, I pre-ordered it online. But it will take, they said it'll take a few days. And I'm sad. Because maybe if you were in Manila, it'll take like less than that. But I'm not in Manila, so it's gonna take a while. And I'm so sad. But I still need to be grateful. I need to keep reminding myself. I get mad at myself for being sad because I'm like, what are you sad about? Like you weren't sad when you thought like, oh, I won't be able to play it. Accepted it. And then now I'm like, oh, I can't play it day one. I'm sad. I have to make a Nintendo account based in the US to access the online store. Same, bestie. I have a US account to like, oh, is that okay to admit online? Because the Philippines doesn't even have the capacity to make a Nintendo online account or whatever. I mean, you can, but you can't like do anything with it, I think. City, province. Dedicated game store, 67 business days. Sorry, not sorry. Oh my gosh, Nintendo hates Mega personally. Negative subs to reach 5K. No! Don't do that! Don't do that. Nintendo Online Store ain't available to most countries. Yep. Small village. I'm still so sad. US account fraud goo. No! I just used my card and sent to Oregon. Up dog, please. It takes a while unless it's a big store. I think it is a big store. It's a big store, right? We got so desperate. We went to the little stores, and I'm like, in my head, logically, if the big stores don't have it, the small stores won't have it, Megu. But I'm like, but Pokopia. And I asked the branches. I was like, well, if I go to a separate branch and travel again, and it's one of the hottest days today. I don't know why. It's like so hot. We rode a jeep, and like the heat was burning my back. Okay, like half the seat, like this side of the seat that I had to sit on because that was only free space for a good reason. Like the sun was blasting in my back. It was like I was getting inside a tan machine, and I've never experienced that, but I imagine that's what it feels like because it burned through my clothes. I felt like I was being burned alive. I'm like, I can't believe that it's hot and humid, and I went outside and I didn't even get Pokopia. I was like, self-pity party. I was like, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Literally, I was like, ah. Everyone and their mom is playing Pokopia and all their cool little thumbnails. Oh, that's just a Tuesday to see. I am in C. What are you talking about? It's a Thursday in C. SM will usually carry the latest stuff. I went to SM. I went to SM up, dog. The only... Oh my gosh. Something like that. I have JP and US account. Is JP cheaper? I feel like JP will be cheaper, but I don't know if I should have just made a JP account. GP. It's just Mega, it's just March, it'll get hotter. I know that it's gonna get hotter. That's why. A skill issue on SM no. I thought about like maybe I should do like a Tagalog only speaking stream, but also allowed English words are allowed. Hindi ko alam. Kasi pag nagtatagalog, kasi parang may discourse rin recently. Eh, ba't yung Tagalog, diba? Tapos nagtatagalog ka, maraming mga English words, yung mga borrowed words. Tapos, kung marami kang borrowed words, parang may magsasabi na konyo. Konyo ka, konyo. Eh, yung Japanese, di ba, may borrowed words din. Yung mga pancake. Di ba may ganon? Eh, ba't kung sa Tagalog, hindi yan okay. Tapos, hindi naman yan yung main language namin. Dialect naman yung language namin. Hindi ko lang reveal. Hindi ko i-reveal. I-reveal. Kasi parang lahat na lang shinare ko sa inyo. Yung height ko, tapos kahit hindi naman yung totoo, pero akala ko totoo. Kaya shinare ko yung height ko, tapos yung birthday ko na totoo. Tapos, kung isasabi ko yung reveal, kung isasabi ko yung dialect ko, parang masyadong easy na ako idodox. Kaya mag-speculate lang kayo, wag lang kayo mag-speculate publicly. Pero, di ba okay naman? Okay naman na may borrowed words ang Tagalog kasi yung malalim na Tagalog, parang ginagamit ba yan? Parang kung nagtatagalog ka tapos nagsasalita lang kayo, parang nagtataglish naman kayo, di ba? But kung ako nagtataglish, parang konyo na yung peg. Kasi nga, yung Tagalog ko parang slightly influenced. Lahat na lang English, tapos bigyan mo na lang ng Tagalog accent. Tagalog na. Yung sa movies, yung sa mga telenovela, teleserye, doon ko rin parang na-learn, natutunan, o diba? Ang galing ko talaga ng Tagalog. Tapos, kasi yung mga Pinoy, natatakot ako. Kasi born and raised ako dito, tapos parang naiinis din ako minsan. Kasi born and raised ako sa Philippines. Tapos yung ibang magsasabi na, pero parang hindi kang Pinoy, yung Tagalog mo parang hindi Pinoy. Paano na ako mapipinoy? Nandito ako pinanganak, tapos dito ako lumaki. Hindi nga ako nakaka-travel around the Philippines. Meron din namang yung mga Pilipino na nasa overseas, parang yun yung tingin nila sa akin. Pero, dito ako na born and raised. Tapos, diba, parang benefit ng yung Pilipino ka. Tapos, sa Pinas ka pinanganak, pwede kang parang magjo-joke na, miserable talaga yung buhay mo kasi Pinoy ka. Pinoy ka sa Pilipinas. Kasi kahit Pinoy ka, kung nasa overseas ka, parang hindi naman nasa yung hindi na ka pwede mamimiserable kapag hindi ka na tumitira sa Pinas. Pero usually, parang yung quality of life different. Kaya, yun yung parang benefit ko na nandito ako pinanganak tapos na raised. Marami magsasabi na kasi Inglesera daw ako. Parang hindi taga Pinas, tapos parang hindi Pinoy, tapos parang rich, parang mayaman, rich kid, 'di ba? Anong pinagsasabi mo? Anong pinagsasabi mo? Ha? Sana totoo, 'di ba? 'Di ba may mga rich kid naman na talaga hindi nila alam na rich kid sila. Tapos nagsabi nila, hindi naman ako mayaman. Tapos mayaman pala. Hindi ako ganun, guys. Sana kung mayaman ako, nandun ako sa Japan. Nosebleed. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I was speaking Tagalog. I'm just gonna translate. Like, I was talking about, like, I was thinking about, like, making a Tagalog-only stream of, like, just chatting or maybe something like that for the Pinoy bros. But, like, I was saying, like, like, I don't really like to brandish myself, be like, I'm Filipino, guys, I'm Filipino. Cause like, I feel like I've been told that like, it's like Filipino baiting or something, where it's like, you're not real Filipino, you may be Filipino, but like, inside you're different, cause you went overseas and you grew up there, and you're like, culture, whatever, your vibes are different or something like that. But I literally was born and raised here. I don't think I even traveled outside of my little spot. I don't think I've even traveled the whole Philippines, much less even experienced going overseas. And, you know, other people will say, well, the only other explanation of why you're so un-Filipino like is probably because you grew up rich. I wish I was true, buddy. You know, there are like people, I'm not like, this is not in derogatory, but this is just a fact of like, there are some people who are like kind of unaware that they're rich, but I was the opposite, guys. I'm like always being told like, be grateful, like, you know, things are bad, but like, at least you're not homeless, at least, you know, there are kids in Africa starving, those kinds of stuff, right? And, you know, weren't you studying abroad a few months earlier? Where did you hear that? Where did you hear that? I'm like crying because you know how like some people will kind of, I feel like that's the thing of like a lot of people assume that like because of the way I sound and kind of look maybe that I'm from a different tax bracket. And I don't know why that annoys me. It's like a pet peeve of mine of like, you know, like I wouldn't be mad if it was true, but like, you know how when like, oh my gosh, I just realized something. This is why I cry a lot. Okay, let me finish my sentence. I cry a lot when there's like scenes in like animes where the main character is living life like really miserably and they're like clawing their way out of their like status, their financial or whatever social status. And you know, like we're taught to kind of like keep that to yourself. Kind of is like, I mean, you know, you don't want to like you know, like be like, oh, woe is me, everybody, woe is me, like it's obnoxious. So like, you know, you try your best to like look and present yourself as being fine, and then like some people will like assume that you're like doing really really well. And there's a scene in Skip Beat where like there's a scene in Skip Beat where the main character like does really well in like this acting presentation or whatever, and then the jealous side characters like they pass by her and then they say like, it must be nice to have rich parents that like love you. They assume that the main character paid her way into this thing or whatever, but literally the main character is an orphan that was abandoned by her mom. Like her mom kind of just like really was unloving to her whole childhood and wouldn't accept anything besides perfection, because I feel like her mom had like resentment towards her for unresolved stuff that her mom was going through, and she like took it out on her daughter, and her daughter, which is the main character, just wanted the approval of her mom. And then ultimately her mom left and abandoned her, and she grew up an orphan, was taken advantage of. She literally had the hardest childhood. Well, not the hardest, one of the hardest. Like she had basically it was a miserable childhood, and still she's just doing her best. She's like fighting for a semblance of like a cool life, okay? And to be said that by people who don't know anything is like, it made me cry and sob. Because what are you gonna say to that? Be like, actually, I'm an orphan and my mom left me. Like, what is she supposed to answer to that? Like, what are you supposed to say to that? Like, just defend yourself. And I know, like, oh, don't care about people who don't really know you. Your friends will know you. I know, but it still hurts, right? I feel like that's how I felt. Like a very minor version of that. Not that deep, but like having people be like, "Oh, you literally are a rich kid, though. You're a rich kid." I mean, I've said this before, like, I don't want to give you guys the impression like, oh, Megu's so pitiful, she was like a peasant. Oh, we weren't that bad, but like, we were okay. Like, we were okay, right? Like, we were okay, I suppose. Why am I, like, tearing up, remembering my child? Like, it wasn't that deep. Like, I'm sure, like, if it was a rags to riches story, it wouldn't work, maybe? I don't know, because, like, there are way people who have, like, have it so much harder. Like, I'm literally, like, I have all 4 limbs, I never went hungry or whatever. Like, you know, like, we had a roof over our head, or whatever. What else can I say? Yeah. I got to go to school. Not a lot of people get to do that. So we weren't, like, dying. Honestly, I'm still impressed with how my mom was able to manage all that. Like, with our situation. But, like, low-key, yeah. Like, rich enough not to be poor. Yeah. Not poor, but just broke. Yeah, kind of just, like, broke, where it's like, you know, we had to, like ration some stuff or whatever, move around some stuff, blah blah blah. I had to not go out as much, and I was pretty okay with that. I'm not really a traveler person. I guess the lifestyle just fit with me. And I didn't really go out and interact with that. I don't know. I was like the type of kid that was like, oh, my mom said I can't go, and then I go home and my mom's like, why do you have no friends? Okay, she didn't actually say that, but she's like, you should go out more, meet new people, like, hang out with kids your age. I'm like, no. They never had to worry about me sneaking out. They'd be like, please go out. You're like, please, you're at home all the time. And I'm like, yeah. And our family dynamic is weird, because like I'd see like other kids be like, oh yeah, I told my mom we had to contribute 500, but I'm pocketing it. And I'm like, if I have extra from my allowance, because like there'll be allowance for like, because I went to public school, so there's a lot of like, oh, contribute to this, like in exchange for like the affordable tuition, there'd be a lot of like, contribute to this, oh, you want extra points, buy this. You want 50 points, go get me a whiteboard marker. So, like, there was a lot of that. So she just, like, gave me a little extra. And then if, like, we didn't have any of that and I had extra money, I'd always, like, buy the cheapest thing on the menu. You'd always get something that has soup. Because a lot of the time, the cafeteria, whatever they're called in English, like, eatery. Yeah, eatery. We have an eatery, and, like, a lot of the portions are like really small, bro. I guess like inflation or whatever. But like, you would like, I would always get something that had soup in it, because the meat was so freaking tiny, but it was gone. But if it had soup or sauce, you can use that. That's extra side dishes, baby. And I felt so smart whenever I did that. And I was like, oh yeah, this is so genius. No, it's normal. It's normal. Everybody does it. Okay. Cafeteria was correct. Okay. Yeah. And so like whenever I had extra, because I'd come home and I'd be like, oh man, I wish I could get more side dishes, because always limit to 1. I don't care. Only 1. And then like minimum amount of like cost in a day, and like whenever I had extra from that, I'd like give it back. Like, give it back. I'm like, there's extra from the thing you gave me. And then they always be like, just keep it, like you'll need them again next week. And I'd be like, okay. So I feel like that our system was like pretty like so they wouldn't really doubt me if I said like I needed something for school, because I was literally like I didn't have a rebellious bone in my body to be like, Mom, I need money, and then I'd be like, heh heh heh, rub my hands together like, heh heh heh. I don't think it's like a morality thing. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Like, scamming your parents is crazy, right? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to like think about it now because like, you know that thing where it's like you get cash gifts or whatever, and then your parents are like, we'll keep it in a bag for you. We'll give it back to you when you're older. I don't know. I feel like okay, I guess. And then I don't know. I feel like, yeah. I mean, you know, they raise you. You know, raising a kid's pretty costly, and I guess you could say it's a bare minimum. But a lot of people don't do the bare minimum. So I was like, yeah, it probably costs a lot to feed me, so you can have it, I guess. And then I was an adult, I'm like, man, should I have like saved all that money? Because I'm so broke. I'm so broke. Like, it was so easy as a kid. How come kids get paid for doing nothing? Now that I'm adult, I need it more than ever. It's my birthday. Hello, any 500 peso cash gift from anybody? Like, your relatives will be like, oh my gosh, child that has no concept of money, have $1,000 or something. Okay, dollars is crazy, but like, they'll give you like money or something for a gift or whatever. And it's like, you're a kid. They give you like fancy chocolate or something because they're like, oh my gosh, you're so precious. I just came from where are the places with good chocolate? I just came from Europe, and I'm gonna give you all this chocolate, all this fancy chocolate. And I'm like, chocolate, sugar. Now as an adult, I'm like, where is it all? You never call me anymore. How was your Europe trip? Where's the chocolate, auntie? It's my birthday. Why am I at work crying? Where is my 5,000 bazillion? I'm hitting my table. I shouldn't do that. But literally, like, why do kids have it so much easier? I sound like a psycho that wants things to be harder for kids, but I'm like, being inclusive. You know, I need it now more than ever. I'm like, yeah, it was good while it lasted. I feel like, yeah, like, I feel like kids too, like, for the more higher up on the tax bracket, they'll even take their kids to Disneyland, and sure, it's a magical adventure or whatever, but then you're an adult and nobody takes you to Disneyland anymore, and you know, you're a kid and you're like, I don't really remember much from going to Disneyland. I just remember going to Disneyland. It was cool, maybe. Like, you don't remember that. Why don't you take me as an adult? Save that money and take me as an adult. I'll appreciate it, right? Like, I'll remember what happens, right? I don't know. This is all just a bit, surely. I don't know, actually. Low-key, there's like 20% of truth in it. But mostly I'm just like, haha, things should be harder for kids. Imagine getting paid for finishing your meals. I've never been paid for that. But I do remember this story. I think I've told it before, but I was like, I hated, well, I still do. I hate, bitter gourd. Ampalaya. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Like, I hate it so much. I hated it even more when I was a kid. Now I can appreciate it, I guess, if you cooked it with egg, whatever. And it's not, like, stinky or whatever. There's, like, no aftertaste, bitter aftertaste, blah, 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 blah. But as a kid, I hated it so much. And they kept forcing me to eat it. And my grandpa was like, you shouldn't waste food. It's on your plate. You're gonna eat all of that. So I cried in front of him. I was like, and then I took my spoon, shoved it into the pile of ampalaya, and then I lifted that spoon and purposefully shook my hand. Because I was crying, right? So I was like, and then I would purposely shake my hand so that some of the ampalaya would fall on the floor. It's like, you won't ask me to eat the ampalaya off the floor, would you? I'm just but a small child. You wouldn't want me to get germs in me. I would die. I'd be like, oh. And I think he knew what I was doing because he was like looking at me with like this kind of like bemused expression. But I remember being like, I need to, oh my gosh, give me the Grammy. Me like, I I'm so upset right now and I can't stop shaking. Oh, my whole plate just went over to the floor. I can't eat it anymore. I'm glad family didn't force me. I know that it's like good for you, but it tasted horrible. That's some intense Asian parenting. I mean, they just want the best for you. But like, oh man, the punishments were like intense back then. Like, I remember in elementary school, they asked us to like memorize the multiplication table, and if you weren't fast enough, like for example, if you go like 2 times 2 equals, and then you weren't fast enough because you were like still trying to remember, you didn't memorize it by heart, they would hit you in the hand with like this stick, this like huge stick, and they were like peck peck, and then you had to start in the very beginning from 1 times 1. It was crazy. And then like the punishments of like kneeling on salt or like mungo beans, and then you like plain, like it's like, oh man, it was crazy, you know? Why do we memorize up to 12? It's so sad because I can't remember it anymore. Like the multiplication table, like I need to think about it sometimes, you know? It was a scale for us. They hit you with a scale? I need scrambled eggs mixed with it to eat it. Yeah, I feel like that's also the only way I'll kinda eat ampalaya, because I know it's like really good for you, it prevents cancer or whatever. It's like really, really good. Also, as I grew up, ampalaya isn't really that bad, it's just how you cook it. Yeah, it's how you cook it. I feel like I haven't really discovered ways to like... I think ampalaya is bad, actually. No, it's bad, so you have to find a way to make it delicious, right? Like, what? What? What do you mean? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I remember that's a core memory as a child, being like, I hated ampalaya so much. I was like acting. I was like, I never, like, I don't think it was like I'm a good child and I would never lie. It was like, I'm scared to lie. I can't live with the anxiety of the fact that I just lied. They're gonna find out. So like, that was the only one of the like few times of me being like, I'm shaking. Oh, I spilled all my ampalaya, Grandpa. You wouldn't take that against me, would you? And I totally think he totally noticed, now that I think about it. It makes the rest of the meal taste better. It's yummy, Tatsu. I mean, I know people who find it like yummy, you know. But also like we did not get paid for finishing meals. What the heck? What kind of household? What? You get paid for finishing meals? Forget Disneyland. I want the new GPU. Yeah, like, man, like, that's crazy, right? Like, GPU would be so amazing with these prices. Gosh, we memorize. Oh, what happened? We memorize. I still memorize the 1 times table. You guys proud? Let's go. We memorize all that sheet. Then suddenly we have scientific calculator. Yeah, we need a calculator. Who needs all that stuff? I didn't remember the whole damn multiplication table anymore. Why not cover it in tomato sauce? The ampalaya? I've never eaten it that way. Ampalaya? I don't know if that would go well together. I don't know. I still don't know how to cook ampalaya. Just never got interested in it. I don't know. But yeah. What were we talking about? I feel like we jumped so many topics, you know? Sushi, baby. As long as to mask the taste. I suppose, like, maybe I can try cutting it in like really, really, really tiny pieces, and then just like drown it, and then like blender it into the tomato sauce, and then just like mix it in pasta. Tomato sauce ain't doing shit. We were talking about generational trauma. Oh, but yeah, like I was talking about like how I don't like being misdiagnosed as a rich kid. Like I feel like being quote unquote like good at English, like being really like, oh, you're so good at English, like automatically like people assume like you're like either rich or you're super smart or both. I remember when I was like in high school, right? Like we had this rule about no Tagalog words allowed. If you spoke a word of Tagalog, you'd have to pay a fine in money. Gosh, child extortion, am I right? But no, I think we use that money for like, you know, projects, blah, 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 events or whatever. But still, child extortion. And so, like, people were like, oh my gosh, Megu, blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like I got asked to, like, treat people a lot, being like, oh, treat us. I'm like, guys, right now, I don't have any money. 0 money. The allowance is not mine. It's my parents' money. Oh my gosh, that does sound like a rich kid. That's, you know, like that Crazy Rich Asian where, like, he said, like, what's his name? Nick or something? And the girl was like, so you're rich. You own a company? And then he's like, my parents own a company. I don't. She's like, yeah. And then he's like, we're comfortable. I feel like we weren't exactly comfortable, but like we made it work. You know what I mean? Like my parents, I guess, made it work. Like, you know, they tried their best to provide within their means, you know. So like, you know, and we were always told to, like, you know, like kind of, you know, don't be too, like, don't set your expectations too high, blah blah blah. Like, don't really compare to like compare lower. Cause like, think about how grateful you should be, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I don't, and I also don't want to be like, oh guys, like I'm so sad. Well, whatever. But like, we weren't rich. We aren't rich. And so like, it would kind of grind my gears when like a lot of people, even when I like said like, we're not rich, guys, what are you guys talking about? And they would like not believe me. They would not believe me. I'm like, bro, if I was rich, gosh, all the things I would want to do, like, man, all these like people calling me rich kids when they're the ones like buying stuff that are like, in my opinion, like in my POV back then were like luxuries or whatever. And then I remember like this one classmate who like bought something, and I don't remember what it was, but like they were having a conversation, and then like one of the classmates was like, what does it do? And she's like, nothing, I just wanted it, so I bought it. And then it was like some sort of display cube thing, and it was not cheap or something like that. And then I was like, man, what? But yeah, sorry, is this like an uncomfortable subject? I'm just sharing it. It's all in good fun. Of like, I was like, now I realize as an adult that it was a pet peeve of mine of like having people not believe me when I'm like, guys. But then it also sounds weird to defend and be like, I'm not rich, and then be like, no, we're not rich, we're broke. Like, what kind of defense is that? You know, so I'd be like, guys, we're not rich. You know, it's not like that. And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, but like, gosh, like I would be going on trips, maybe to Japan specifically. Take care. Hope pokopia comes to you soon. I hope so too. Thank you, Alden. It was fun listening to you yap. Thank you. It was fun talking to you too. Good night, or have a nice rest of the day. Either works. I'm not rich, you just have skill issue. Because of the English. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was like, man, like the things I would buy, like I was such an anime freak. I would buy so much merch, like, gosh, like literally, like that's why my mom, because like when I was a kid, you know, like because of how we were raised, I guess, or I don't know, but I would always kind of be like, I don't need it anyways, I don't need it. But deep inside, I realized now as an adult that I did want it. I just knew that like saying I wanted it like wouldn't change anything. And so like if you just like live in denial if you just live in denial everything will be fine. Ostrich? That's me. Maybe I should be an ostrich. No. Too many birds already. Like, you know how like the ostrich just buries its head buries its head under the sand. But like, that's why my mom was like so surprised that now as an adult I have so much quote-unquote useless stuff and video games. She's like, what happened to you? I feel like you're like much more childish now. And because like when she came over, I was like playing a video game in front of her, and she's like all of a sudden like looking around being like, man, like what happened? I'm like, this was who I always wanted to be. This is the true me, mom. And I just like, oh gosh, like I feel like, I don't know, I'm happy that I get to play video games now, even though I kind of suck at them or whatever. But I don't know, I find them fun, even though I'm not good. That's actually a myth. Wait, really? Ostrich only lowers their head close to the ground near to their chest to protect the eggs. Oh, wait, really? I thought that, so I guess that's like a cartoon thing where they just like over-exaggerate that myth. But yeah, she literally was like so shocked. She was so shocked because I have so much useless stuff now. She's like, why do you keep like getting these like girl figurines? It's like she doesn't know Miku. And it's like, oh, like you don't even have space. You don't even have space for this. This place is so small. She also got really mad at my plushies. She's like, can you stop buying all these plushies? They're taking over the bed. There's nowhere for me to sleep. I'm like, but they're so cute. I mean, you can use them as pillows. And I'm like, this gigantic Eevee is a nuisance. Stop getting them. I'm like, but mom, they're so cute. She's like, please. Gotta sell the idea video games can help pay the bills, mom. Yeah, mom. Oh my gosh. I finished the whole education so I can buy video games. This is what this is for. This is what I came this far for. This is my truth. I'm debating on getting S2 for Wind and Waves. I mean, I don't think I would have ever like gotten myself to buy a Switch 2 if you guys didn't buy it for me, because it really is an expensive console. Buying the Switch was like it was like groundbreaking. It like caused a bit of a fight with our family because it was the first time I made such a purchase, and they were like, oh, we could have used that money for something else. I'm like, but stream? I was like, I'm gonna use it for stream, I swear. I think that's how I got to gaslight myself too, to kind of buy it for myself. I was like, my laptop can't handle it, but maybe if it wasn't Elgato. Maybe if I could capture card a game. And so I got a Switch, and I got Sword and Shield, and the rest was history. Like, I don't think that if I also was very bitter when the Switch 2 came out, because I was like, no! Now my Switch is gonna be obsolete. They're gonna start releasing games exclusively for the Switch 2, and I can't play them on the Switch that I spent so much money on, and I've only had like 5 years on it. I want this thing to last for like 30 years. And everyone around me was like, the Switch has been out for way too long already. Switch 2 is already delayed. It's about time. I'm like, no, it is not about time. It is not about time. I can't have my console go obsolete. What do you mean there's a new hip thing that I can't afford? And it's replacing my Switch 1. It still works. What do you mean? I was like, I'm gonna use this until it explodes. What do you mean the Switch 2 is coming out? I was like so bitter, and then you guys bought, like, I feel like that makes me feel like sound arrogant. Like you guys bought me Switch 2. No, but I'm grateful for it. So like I'm trying to like say like you're debating on getting an S2. I was like, you're asking kind of the wrong person for advice, because I would always advise to like save, I guess, but like you know, if you can afford it, why not? You know, if you like Pokopia, why not? They're starting to release a lot of Switch 2 exclusive games. If you wanna buy a Switch 2, go ahead. I don't know with Nintendo if I don't know, like I don't think they're gonna release a third Switch console anytime soon, thus plummeting the value of the Switch 2. I think that happened with the Switch, where everyone was like, you can't sell your Switch now, they're plummeting in value because the Switch 2's out. But like, I've always have been the wait for the sale girly kind of, where it's like everyone's moved on from this game and now it's not like, because like on release the price is always gonna be the most expensive, and with the Switch 2 you don't know, because in Switch 1, like, you know, they released a lot of other unique design Switch, if that's the thing that maybe you want, if you can wait, right? Like, Wind and Waves doesn't come out until 2027, so you have like a year left to debate. If you're not really interested in Pokopia or any of the other Switch 2 exclusive games right now, you can always wait it out. I don't know if the Switch 2 will ever go on sale. Nintendo is very notorious for not going on sale. That's why I was like, I purely am attached to Nintendo, not attached in like an emotional way, but like attached. You know what I mean? Like I'm holding on to it because of Pokemon. Literally, that's all I knew about Nintendo. That like was really like I loved it. And it belonged to Nintendo, so I guess I need the Nintendo. I buy the Nintendo consoles, you know. But like I think the PlayStations or whatever had more like sales and like games that were like 800, 700, 500, whatever, you know, compared to like the Nintendo stuff, which was always thousands. And I was like, why must I like Pokemon? Why must I like Pokemon? Why are you all so expensive? And it's crazy that like it's not like, oh, the more older the game is, the cheaper it is. It's like, no, it's like up in value now. I am confused. It's like, what? But yeah, I know that feel. Yeah, I remember being like kind of one of the people who were like, I'm not ready for the Switch 2 to come out. Not because of any like deep reason or whatever. I was just genuinely like, you know how you buy something and then now like a newer version comes out and that's the thing that you needed to buy, and you're like, no, I just bought this thing. Like, I just bought this thing that I saved for, that I want to make use of more, but now they're gonna stop releasing things on this because the new console is out. Like, what? I remember being like, I can't afford to like switch over to the Switch 2 yet, so I don't want it to come out yet. Even though, like, give it another 30 years. Give my Switch another 30 years, guys. I don't think I've even played a bunch of games on the Switch yet, okay? I've only ever played Pokemon. I've played Splatoon and other games too, I believe, but like, I was like, oh, gosh. But yeah, that's my answer, basically, of like debating on getting a Switch 2 for Wind and Waves. Like, Wind and Waves comes out 2027. We don't know if it's first half, last quarter, could be 2027. It could get delayed, possibly. We never know. So like, there's really no rush, in my opinion, to like buy a Switch 2. Unless you can afford it, then why the heck not? Like, YOLO. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a purely of like if you have a tight budget and you can't really afford to be doing some like impulse purchases or whatever. But if it's like within budget and you can still be like comfortable and you have games that you're eyeing that are in the Switch 2 exclusive, like, yeah, I think it's a pretty cool console. It's like sturdier, and yeah, the graphics are better. Pokemon Violet proved that, I guess. Wind and Waves, pretty cool, right? Pretty cool to be able to have the console ready for that. You know? You do you. You hang on for dear life. I hate it when my family judge me when I buy anime figures, when my dad kept buying expensive gold clubs and clothes that he will only wear once. Different strokes for different folks, I suppose. The Bloodborne for Switch 2. I know that feel. The new Wait, no, I already read that. Oops. The new Fire Red Leap Green on Switch has all the event items, but you can't trade. Wait, you can't trade with each other? Like, if someone else has a Switch 2 and you both have, like, a Leaf Green and a Fire Red, you can't trade Pokemon? That's wild. Also, yeah, there's, like, a lot of discourse on, like, the same model, just slightly better specs. Why do they need to make the Switch 2 like it's the PS2? The only time I can agree make it exclusive is when they added the 3D effect, like in 3DS. Getting a Game Boy is like having the iPhone to kids in C. Exactly. I feel like here in C, having a Nintendo product is like, whoa. You are most likely, possibly, probably from a well-off family, because like, or like you did something really great that got you this crowning achievement reward, you know? It's like, wow, you have a Nintendo console? Wow. Me as a kid saved 2 years worth of pocket money to buy PS3. A few months later they announced the PS4 will come out soon. Big sad. Oh my gosh. Pokemon, yeah. Oh no! Why not? But so they want you to buy both copies and use Pokemon Home. That's what it is. Or maybe they couldn't find a way, or didn't want to find a way to like be able to input that kind of mechanic for like the Switch 2 for a really old game. I mean, I guess it's great that like they implemented Pokemon Home at least. I mean, a lot of people did argue that like the games back then were also expensive, so $20 in today's modern era, even though it's a copy paste, is like pretty good. And also it's like you know, it's about the experience, yada yada. I feel like that's the hard thing about things with like sentimental value or whatnot, or have like a subjective value system of like how much are you willing to pay for this, yada yada, of like, you know, like how much something is worth can be based on so many factors. One of them is brand. Really, it is brand. Like, I feel like a lot of people forget that like, you know, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to defend what they're doing. I don't like it. Would I want my games to be cheaper? Heck yeah, I want my games to be cheaper. I want them, most of the time I get them for free. Cause like, they're so expensive, bro. Even if they weren't expensive, little me could not fathom the idea of like purchasing a game. What is that? That's blasphemous. Are you crazy? You terrible child. But like, you're paying for the brand. Why is it so expensive? Because it's Pokemon. Come on now. Like, you know, Gucci, what else kind of brand is like, you know, it's expensive because that's the brand. You're paying for the brand, you know? And, you know, when a company can capitalize on that brand, why wouldn't they? Literally 99.99999999999% of companies, if not 100%, is like, they want money. Money want, you know? Snickers. My parents bought me games so I didn't mind the high price. I mind it now, okay? You're like, I don't want to care about the prices now that you're an adult. Dang it! There's like this joke on, or like skits in YouTube where it's like the world when it's my turn to be an adult, everything's just like going downhill. Like, no! Remember they announced the add-on for Switch 2 is a replica of the Virtual Boy, the worst Nintendo console. I'd rather buy the remake Power Glove than that. I only understood half of that sentence. I don't know what the Power Glove is, and I don't know what Virtua Boy is. I know what worst Nintendo console means, but I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'm like, I don't agree with what they do, and I wish things were different, but like I said before, it is what it is. Like, I'm not expecting the company to be like, oh, we just want our customers to be happy. We're not in this for the money. We don't want to make profit. No, we know that these games are worth this much and we'll only charge you this much. You know? It's like, no. No. Power Glove is that niche Nintendo motion control back in the Super Nintendo days. Super Nintendo days. I also don't know what Super Nintendo looks like. Evil Nintendo be like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's what makes it crazy, right? Is like, you know, a lot of people would be like, oh, support indie creators. Yeah. It's like, they do it for the love of the game. That's the difference between them, you know? They do it for the love of the game. The Virtual Boys released back in the 90s, where they tried to market the virtual gaming. It was awful, only black and red graphics, and only had around like 10 games. Oh, okay. Oh. Sorry, the yawn is not because of the information. I've been yawning since earlier because, like I said, I woke up really early today and it didn't give me pokopia. Feel like, oh, I'm remembering it again. But yeah, we're like kind of like a VR, I guess. Is that what you're saying? We're trying to market virtual gaming was awful. Yeah, they can't all be hits, I suppose. I don't know. It's just like, you never know what happens in these companies. You can never just pinpoint a single person to blame. There's a lot of system stuff. So it's hard to like, I don't know. Woke up early only for disappointment and depression. VR chat 1.0. Dang. Red and black graphics sounds terrifying. You're just like, hello? And it's like just red and black. It's like, ah! Only had 10 games too. Dang, it must have been expensive too. Like VR back in the 90s, like that one should have been like out of this world. It would be like, it's witchcraft, it's alien technology kind of stuff. But yeah, I was like, man, I was really, I don't know, I trusted Google. I was like, you're saying that it's gonna release on the March 5th on the Philippines? Yeah, I believe you. So I never accounted for like, oh, it's not gonna be there. I did kind of believe that Tatsu was like, oh, it's gonna be sold out. I'm like, oh, that's a possibility, definitely. But like I don't know, like I don't know, like I guess that is very plausible that it might not have arrived yet. But I was just like, what? Like, shouldn't companies like get them sooner? Like, yeah, the release date is March 5th, but they didn't start producing the game March 5th. They made it beforehand, right? Like, they didn't just, like, start making the games into the cartridges or whatever. So I thought that, and for some reason I thought that, like, stores that sell the game would have it already by hand before the release date. I don't know why I thought that. So I never considered the fact that they would just not have it yet, I guess. Like, I would have considered that if I was like, you know, oh, probably the Philippines gets a different release date. But because Google said that it was the same release date, I was like so reassured that they would have it, you know? There's a famous YouTuber by the name Angry Video Game Nerd. He made videos in gaming histories and he's very funny. I see. Shake my head, should have lived in Manila. I know, right? I'm gonna move there right now. Bazillionth Donathon, guys. Help me move to Manila. Help me uproot my life. And move to Manila. Because I want pokopia now. No pokopia! Quick, guys, I gotta fly to Manila! Oh my gosh, that would be like if I was like a rich content creator, I'd be like, flying to Manila so I can get the first copy so I can get Pokopia on day of release, because they don't have it in my place. It would start like me going to the shop, video crew and everything, be like, you don't have it yet? And they're like, no, only Manila has it. Like, you know what that means, right, guys? We're going to Manila. Wow! And then I go on a plane, vlog. Ooh, we ate mashed potatoes for $50 on the plane. Wow, guys! It tastes so good. Yummy, yummy. You remember that like NPC trend where they were like, ooh, ice cream so good, and then someone would like donate them money and they'd be like, ice cream so good. Oh my god, that's the only thing I remember. Oh my god, thank you for the rose. I didn't know why that entered my mind. And then they would like land in Manila and they're like, we got our Pokopia game. See you tonight on our live stream or something, because he like flies back the same day just to stream on his home setup, or maybe like he'll have a setup ready in Manila or whatever. He'll be like, we're gonna stream this tonight in Manila. Like that changes anything. The end game just to get Pokopia. What are you, the Straw Pirates finding the One Piece? Did you see that like freaking tweet thing where they're like it was revealed that the author of One Piece buried like the secret or whatever of One Piece like in some ocean, and then everyone's like, oh no, you can't say that, there are some crazy One Piece fans out there, they're gonna dive the endless sea and they're gonna find that thing and they're gonna spoil us on One Piece. Hi, Mok. Are you winning? No! We don't have Pokopia! I touched grass for Pokopia and it amounted to nothing. We are not winning. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. I got the water. I hate you, Snake! Actually, no, Snake gave me Pokopia. I can't believe you! How could you use your power like this? Could play Bonanza again to fill the time, I guess. It get delayed. She ran out of storage. She forgot to buy it. The game hasn't arrived in my area yet. They said only Manila gets to have Pokopia on day of release. Sorry, Snake. You said my Pokopia just downloaded, just need my Switch to fully recharge, and it triggered a primal instinct inside of me to yell at you. I'm sorry. That was my bad. What are you even blaming me for? I just gave you the plus for it. That's why I said I took it back. I was like, wait, no, Snake actually gave me the ability to play Pokopia. I apologize. It just triggered it, you know? It was like a reflex reaction. It was like a reflex reaction when you were like, I got my Pokopia, Megu. Haha, you don't. And I was like, like, you know. Anyways, I was so excited. All that excitement just turned into like all this pent-up emotion, you know? Did Let's Go Eevee come in at least? No, but I did order it the same day I got the funds, but it hasn't shipped yet. They said it's like going everywhere, but it's still in like Manila. You know, it's still in Manila, so I don't have it. But I think I'll save, guys. I want to tell you why I'm saving some games. Is because I'm gonna delete every single video I have, and so I don't want to delete my record of Let's Go Eevee. I'm just kidding. There's something special, and I want to save Let's Go Eevee for it. But I will play Pokopia because I was really, really excited for it, and also everyone's playing it. So, I mean, I guess if you guys don't mind, and if I don't mind, and I'm like, you know what? If I can't play Pokopia on release, I'm gonna play it 50 months later. Oh my god. Just move to another region easy. Bro, Nintendo hates PH. I feel like most of the I don't know. I feel like we're hated most of the time. Sometimes there's C release, but Philippines isn't even included in C. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, C release, he, not supported in your region. No, the pain. IRL One Piece is real. Oh my gosh. I hate Pokemon. Oh no, why did I say that? I hate that Pokemon released Pokopia as a game key card. Why? Clearly everyone is enamored with Pokopia. She just hates me. No amount of gifts will ever quell her anger against me because I called her Guriagu, and on her birthday I sent her that stupid voice memo, me laughing at her and pointing my finger at her via voice memo. Because I baited her into thinking I was gonna say something sweet, and then I laughed at her face. She's not sorry. Then let's go Eevee. She's 100% ain't sorry. I was actually sorry. I was sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't get... I mean, if Snake Guy didn't get me the funds and he came in and was like, I got Pokopia, I'd still be mad. I'd be like, why would you come in here and just flaunt like that? Just salt the wound. At this point, I'll buy it just to spite her. Why are you deleting the sacred archives? I don't know. It's because I'm leaving. I'm taking flight. These and nuts will be missed. Imagine if I like laughed about it. I was like, I'm leaving, guys. I'm like, haha, I'm leaving. I mind. Content nuked. It's so over. I mind a lot. I mean, Winds and Waves is partially PH-based, so they like you guys somewhat. I was gonna make a short about it, but I haven't finished editing it. You know what I did is, like, I recorded my whole reaction, and then I cut bits and pieces of it, and they're all in the same, like, file. And then every time I finish deleting a short, I delete those files that I did for those short, and then I would, like... But I haven't done that yet. I suppose Jun could try it. I bought it just because I could. I'm legitimately gonna cry. Guys, I legitimately rage baited Stormy because, like, Air Raiders, he's been begging me to, like, play Air Raiders with him, but the game is so expensive. And then I told him, like, man, it went on sale some time ago. He's like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, what would I tell you for? So now it went on sale. It's like 53% off. And then I screenshotted it and sent it to him, and he was like, please, 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 buy it, buy it, buy it. I'm like, I would if I could, buddy. Anyways, I went to try and buy Pokopia, and they didn't have it. And right now, Pokopia is more expensive than the on-sale Air Riders. He hasn't responded. I was like, anyways, I'm gonna go buy Pokopia. Like, I don't have the money to buy Air Raiders, Stormy. Anyways, I'm off to buy Pokopia. Air Riders is like a Kirby game. Oh wait, is it called Arc Riders? I think it's Air Riders. I don't think he responded. I don't know if he responded. Yeah, he hasn't responded to me. Wait, it's Kirby Arc Raiders? I always referred to it as Air Riders, and he never corrected me. What? Bro, my brother. It's not. It's Air Riders. Honestly, Karma? No! The Steam game? I don't think it is a Steam game. If I go poof from chat, Megu did it. Chat. My Leaf Good run is going well. My Poison only team is grinding good. I'm gonna end it with a shiny Ghastly. That's so great. I feel like, I don't know if I'll ever be the type of, I don't know if I'll ever, maybe. What if I, like, one day dream come true? It may never come true. I've come to accept that. But like one day, what if I go full time and then I actually have the time to just like sink into just resetting for a shiny, right? Because like I talk a lot anyways, and sometimes I pause the game because I want to concentrate on talking, so I don't want to like play game and talk at the same time. So I feel like resetting would be like pretty okay for me, because I'd be like yap 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 and just like moving two fingers being like yap 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 yap. Imagine how crazy it would be if I was like so like distracted by the yap that I like get a shiny and then reset the game, I would like be that seems like something I would do. I feel like, you know, Leaf Green and Fire Red, like they don't have the new gen shiny methods, you know? It's like flat odds. So resetting for it seems like crazy to me, being like, where do you find that kind of time? Where do you find that kind of time? And dedication. Like if I streamed it and I had people to talk to, then yeah, but like if I was alone and I was like resetting it endlessly, I feel like I would go insane and be like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm not saying that other people should feel that way, you know, it's your game, enjoy it however you want. If you want a shiny, like, you know, if you're in it for the love of the game, you enjoy the game, buddy, you paid for it, go get that shiny. I'm just saying, I feel like my brain will explode being like, I need stimulation, I'll have like 50 screens in front of me and my fingers are just resetting and I'm like watching 50 videos and 2 movies, I don't know. Like, I think it's bearable if I'm like talking to people while I'm doing it. I'm like, haha, hee hee. You know, it's like a good thing to like do a just chatting stream, and then the backdrop is just like you shiny hunting and sharing that with people. I guess if you like streamed on Discord and then were with friends or something, but then you'd have to get off of your bed from like, what's the point of the console if you don't get to lie down and play the game? me as I stream my console game, so I have to sit in my PC and not be on my bed. Don't worry, at your next birthday, I'll think of something funnier to send. Well, you better start thinking, cause the days are counting down, buddy. And also, I know it now. I know what you're gonna, well, not what you're gonna say, but I know it's not gonna be wholesome. Imagine I go to my nearest game store, bought Pokopia, then send it to you, and someone would arrive before Manila shipped to you. That would be so sad, actually, though. Maybe a lot of people ordered it. I don't know. If I go, I saw some posts, Game X Steam stores got a free Ditto smartphone cleaner. What? Free Ditto smartphone cleaner with a acrylic charm keychain? Wait, what's a Ditto smart? Guys, can I just say, like, the Japan box for the Pokopia game is so cute, and I think they have like a free Ditto thing. I'm always so sad to see the pre-order stuff that you get if you order a game in Japan versus what the rest of the world gets. Like, it's sad. They have a Ditto shaped plate, guys. What the heck is that? Why isn't that, like, why? Guys, it's time to move to Japan. If I was rich, I would move to Japan. Okay, I wouldn't have to worry. I'd have a safety net. I'd be chasing my dreams. What the heck? Like, it hits different when there's a safety net. You get to chase your dreams, like, to the fullest of your to the fullest of your capabilities or whatever. Like, that's the one thing is like, oh my gosh, if I was like head empty, love Japan, woo, I'd literally move there. But I keep thinking about the logistics of like, oh, but like, what are you gonna do once you're there? Like, making a living, like, cost is high in like Tokyo or whatever. If nowadays especially is like being an English teacher, which is the easiest way to get there, it's just like not sustainable. And so I just never make a concrete plan for it or something like that. But like, man, people in Japan who got Pokopia get their case in a special Ditto themed box, right? That's what I was talking about. I saw Jordan's copy and I was like, wait, Jordan's in Japan? And also, what the heck, this is so cute, but I know that we're not gonna get this version. I know that we're not gonna get this version. Okay? It's like, it's so cute. Why? And I know that if my mom was here, she'd be like, it's just a box. You need to throw it out anyway. It's just taking up space. But I'm a hoarder. I keep my boxes, okay? Who knows? What if we gotta move? You need those boxes, you know? That's crazy drawback. The Steam game. The old 8.1k odds hunting would be perfect Yap Goose session, though I feel like you would accidentally fail one. Wait, no, it reset. I joked before, but you should just apply for Phase Connect. You have the #1 qualification being a sad girl. That is definitely something you would do. Head empty, just chat, autopilot. That's more for legendaries. For the general hunting, you're at least moving around a bit in the game. Never mess with people who have autistic level of dedication. Exactly. What a yapper. My friend once played Pokemon Sword and Shield the whole time he was in the starting area shiny hunting. His starting Pokemon was already around level 20, just trying to get a shiny Wooloo. I mean, shiny Wooloo's cute. March 29. Okay, noted. It's a Ditto figure, yes. Oh, just moved to Japan for the free pre-orders. Free pre-orders? Japan is overloaded with the Ditto box. I'm so sad because they also get like their Mr. Donut also keeps getting like Pokemon collabs. Japan is just better for like people who like love these kinds of stuff. It's just like a haven for like people who want to pursue these kinds of hobbies. You know, even cosplayers have mentioned that, being like, oh, maybe I should bite the bullet, go to Japan. They have all the wigs, like contacts, like all you can need, and even for like VTubers. Like I feel like in Japan there's a lot of like recording booths, blah blah blah, like 3D setups or whatever. If you want to be a VTuber or whatever, they have like a lot of things that are accessible. Like they literally have like, I don't know, like underground like idol concerts where you can like, oh, today was a long way at work, and then you just like randomly go into like an idol performing and you can be like, oh yeah, that's my Oshi right there. Like that's just crazy. Mega both. If Mega gonna move to Japan, the problem which area? Tokyo is expensive, right? Tokyo is like expensive. That's why I also didn't like take one of the job offers that I got. Like one of their perks was that if it's very like vague, it's very like baiting, but I was like low-key kind of like thinking about biting the bullet. They were like, maybe, perhaps, if you do well enough, kind of, we might send you to Japan as an English teacher. I'm like, I like the odds of that. Not really, but it's my only way. But then they revealed that their branches were only in like what was it, Osaka and Tokyo, which are like the most expensive cities to live in. I'm like, never mind. A lot of people, I read like Reddit threads and they were like, you should volunteer for like the countryside because a lot of people actually want to be in the city, and if you volunteer to go to the countryside you might get hired more, and also it's cheaper to live there anyways. And I was like, ha 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 ha, never mind. Oh my gosh. Mega about chasing her dreams and also probably chasing wild rabbits to cook them while being homeless in Japan. Counterpoint, we need the box if we want to return the item. Using the Ditto pre-order Pokopia box for moving is diabolical. What do you mean? I mean like if I want to move and like I want to keep my Ditto Pokopia game safe, I'll just like put it in. Japan is just collab central. The 7-Eleven in Japan too, they also have seasonal things. Like they literally right now, I tweeted about it, they have a strawberry shortcake themed like pie, the peach mango pie. They have like a strawberry shortcake version of it, and it's only available in McDonald's Japan. What do you know? Starbucks Japan also gets a lot of like sakura themed stuff. Excuse me. They have a lot of seasonal stuff that are just pink and cute and strawberry, and they have a strawberry, literally have a strawberry festival, and literally I love it. I know that's like the good things about Japan, and it's not all that. There's bad things in Japan too, but like literally, like I love those kinds of stuff. Like the food in 7-Eleven, they had a Chikawa collab, guys. They had Chikawa collabs in 7-Eleven Japan. I can't even get Miniso. Okay, the funny thing is like Miniso like had a Chikawa collab, and I remember every day, well not every day, but every time that we would go to a mall and it had a Miniso, I would pop in just to see Chikawa. I would see Chikawa. I wasn't that into Chikawa back then yet, but it was mainly because I was in denial. I was like, how could I be a fan of something that I haven't seen a show of? How wrong was I? But like, I kept visiting Chikawa and I was like, oh, this is so nice. I wish I could buy it, but these are really expensive. And I'm not really a Chikawa fan. I can't be a Chikawa fan. I haven't seen it. You know, like Makmak was like, oh, what's that weird bear cat thing, cute thing, Chikawa or something that you and Viva like? And I was like, no, I'm not really a fan of that. I was like in denial. And then I don't remember if like I didn't know that collabs only lasted a long time. I feel like I kind of got used to it, I guess. I was like, oh, they sell Chikawa stuff now, cool. And then they like disappeared and they'd restock other stuff like Sanrio or whatever, but they never restocked Chikawa again. And when I was at the height of my Chikawa obsession, I'm still kind of right now, but I've toned it down, whatever. But like when I was at the height of my Chikawa obsession, I remember being like, why aren't they putting Chikawa back on the shelves? Why won't they put it back? Was it not popular enough? How about Chikawa? And then every time we'd pass by, the more Chikawa was not there, like every day, the more time passed, I was like, I hate you, Minis. I'm so pissed. Why does Miniso not bring Chikawa back? And today I complained about it to Brogu, and then I went inside, and then Chikawa was there. I showed a picture of it in the thing, and I admired them for a very long time, and I cuddled with them and touched them wholesomely. And I waved goodbye, and then I was like, those things are also gonna disappear. I'm never gonna see them again. Whippy kaye. Like, I remember going to Shopee and being like, Miniso, Chikawa, like all their stuff that I never got. I kept looking for them, even though I hadn't had the capability to like just straight up buy them at the time, but like I keep looking for them, and just like kind of, I feel like it was kind of a like, I just wanted to be reassured that they still exist out there, and then if I could someday buy them, if I could, they would be there. I guess. I was like, oh, it's not in Miniso, but surely it's in Shopee, right? Or in Lazada? Or somewhere? And I was like, dang it, why? I was about to complete my sentence of literally Japan 7-Eleven gets like Chikawa burgers or something. I don't actually remember. They have a Chikawa cafe, they have a Chikawa theme park, and then they have a Chikawa ramen shop specifically. They have a Chikawa bakery. They have Chikawa everything. They have Chikawa makeup. And Miniso collabs with Chikawa once and never does it again. Come on! What is with this? What is this? I joined a Chikawa like Facebook group. And I don't know why I did that to myself, because people kept posting like, I just went to Japan. Pinoy here. I just went to Japan and I bought 50 different Chikawas and I'm selling some of them to you. Or like, oh, pasabai, who wants to buy Chikawa with me and we can like have it shipped back here together. I can't do any of those things, but literally, I never go on Facebook, but I was like, I'm gonna join a Chikawa Facebook group. And there was like a person who said like, I'm in Japan right now and there's a Chikawa pop-up stuff and I'm buying a lot of stuff and then I'm gonna take them home, and whoever wants to buy it who is in PH, contact me so that you can give me the price plus shipping fee. And I'm like, oh. It's a pop-up shop, guys. Japan is like the master of scarcity marketing. They're like, this is gonna come once and never again. You're never gonna see this again. You better buy it now. And they mean it. They mean it, chat. They mean it. 99.9% of the time, it's never coming back. Their 7-Eleven, which is like a convenience store, it has the same thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna have tea that you're never gonna see again. Oh, see this hamburger with Chikawa's face in it? You're never gonna see this again. You better buy 50 of these and hoard it. Japan encourages my hoarding freaking tendencies. Like being like, oh, this is never gonna, I might use it someday. Oh, this is gonna disappear someday, so I need to get 50 of these. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how into Chikawa I am. I think it's because I really like crying characters. Like, I love seeing Chikawa cry. It's my favorite expression of him. It's like so cute. Like, crying Chikawa is peak. And I just can't get his silly little face out of my head when he's like crying. You know? It's like, it's cute. I can't help it. And normally, and also, you know what? Chikawa is pink coated, guys. It's pink coated. Meaning that if Chikawa gets an outfit adjacent to everyone else, like Hachiwara gets a blue outfit, Chikawa gets pink outfit. What do you mean? That means I love Chikawa, guys. Cause pink, cute bear crying thing. I know Hachiwara is the cat, but Hachiwara is blue. Okay, I've had enough blue Oshis or biases. Scaramouche is literally blue. He does not fit my aesthetic. But I end up liking him anyway. Vaporeon is blue. Everything that I love is blue. Cinnamon Roll is blue. Okay? Let me have it. Let me have Chikawa. Chikawa is pink. Finally. Dang it. Kinda sus. What did you do to Chikawa? She cried herself to sleep, I bet. Mina's straight up baiting Megumi. It was a lost cause. Can you imagine you smile with a fake tear and pointing a middle finger? Japan was psychological warfare on FOMO. Exactly. Chico is the new form of Hello Kitty brain rot. They know their customers well. I know what to do for Meg's birthday. What the frick, Meg? That sounds so wrong, like you're a sadist. What do you mean? I know what you mean, but also it's kind of concerning. You like pink since when? I am joked, I say. But you're pink. You might be a sign blue is the spirit. No! No, it is not! It's just that blue goes well with pink. I am attached or attracted naturally to the blue characters. I love how Megu failed Swan and went full Mingo because she couldn't have a character that was only white. Must be pink. I can't. I just like, I don't know. I just love pink so much. I was like, what can I do to add some pink to this? But also, like, I like white hair. I liked white-haired character. Time to rebrand as a blue swan. No. 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 No blue. No blue. I love pink so much. Imagine if she was blue, Stormy would make Sonic reference. Non-stop, I bet. Stormy is the Sonic reference. What do you mean? So you love Jigglypuff then? That's pink. I don't mind Jigglypuff. You know, pink isn't enough. You have to be something else, you know? I mean, Almonella, or what is it? Alamola, that ugly fish. It's pink. Do I like it? Not really. Rebrand as a blueberry VTuber. If I'm gonna rebrand as a fruit, it's gonna be a strawberry. You best believe. You best believe. I want so badly a strawberry themed, outfit. Just like strawberry, everywhere strawberry. Like, it would be so cute. Strawberry shortcake. You know the Miku, the strawberry shortcake Miku? I want something like that. Salmonella? No. You trying to match with Sai? No. No. You mean the mola? That's blue, not pink. No. Alomomola, that stupid fish? Yes. That, whatever it is. I don't know about stupid, but I don't really like it. I don't really like it that much, you know? Oh my gosh! Dropped my strawberry. I have a strawberry lip balm, guys. It's so cute. Next time I do a hand cam, I want to show you guys the new stuff that I have. Like the Chikawa stuff that you bought me and all of my evolutions. Love discs are also like, they're kind of boring to me. I don't really feel anything when I see them. They were only a source of heart scale for me. I remember like giving my Pokemon like Thief, and then I would like steal from Love Discs and be mad that they don't have a heart disc because I think I wanted a Milotic or something and I needed it. Ocean sunfish is the dumbest fish in the world. Wait, really? Those poor things. Pink Kyogre. I appreciate it, but Kyogre isn't really. Kyogre and Groudon, not my favorite legendaries. I mean, legendaries are already on the bottom of my list. If you're a legendary, automatic minus points. Minus points. I just noticed the thumbnail. You're doing Danganronpa. Yeah, hopefully your stream gets better. When I did, I fell asleep. Best nap I ever had. What does that even mean? Hopefully your stream goes better. What? When I did it? Wait, when I did it, I fell asleep. Wait, so you're saying that Danganronpa made you fall asleep? I read that wrong. I was like, what do you mean my stream gets better? Because you fell asleep. What? Shiny Dragonair is pink. Yes, I love Shiny Dragonair. I literally have a level 100 Shiny Dragonair in my Scarlet Violet because I just randomly stumbled upon it. And I didn't want it to turn into a green Dragonite. No, I don't care that Dragonite is stonks. I mean, shiny Dragonite, sure, but like, if I could only have one shiny version of Dratini Dragonair. It's not that I hate Dragonite's design, I just didn't, it's just like, why does it go from Dragonair to Dragonite, okay? Like, that's the thing. It's like, if Dragonite was like the final evo of any other thing, like, I would love it. But Dragonair is so beautiful and elegant, and like, I really like its design. So, and it's pink in shiny form, so I was like, I'm keeping Dragonair. My defense, I tried after a long day at work and they just kept on yapping. I fell asleep while playing Danganronpa. Is Danganronpa like long? Finally done with work and into one of the worst days I've had in years. No! I'm sorry you had the worst day. I'm glad you finished with work. Night, y'all. Thanks for the chatterbug. Thank you for dropping by, Joe. I'm so happy you're done with work. Good night. Get better soon if you're still not 100%. Green be best color. Some shades of green are good if that's what you mean. That's what happens, Burb. People get fasting. I mean, Dragonite is not that. Is it? No, it's the face. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the everything. It's a derpy little dragon. I like derpy dragon. I think I should go to bed. I'm like, it's Detective in Court. It is long! It's Detective in Courtroom, like the endgame. Oh no. I started a new game that's also long. Oopsies. Ah. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Shake my head. You just hate it because it's Chungus. No! Make it a fat shame Dragonite. Just say it to Snorlax. Shake my head. I fat shame no one. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think it's about time I go to bed, guys. Today really was like super tiring, but I'm glad we got to hang out at the end of it. I had a lot of fun talking, even though I was sad about Pokopia. You guys made me feel better. Sorry, I just opened, I was about to like go raid someone, and I opened like search video from other channels, and like half the channels are playing Pokopia. Sorry. You know what, I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching me, guys. I'm gonna end the stream now. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow for Uma Musume. Bye.